वेल अब तक आप जानते होंगे वुड मोहादी ऑनलाइन एक्सपर्ट्स व्हेन इट कम्स टू स्पेयर पार्ट्स, और इनके पास सारी गाड़ियों के कैटलॉग अवेलेबल है फॉर स्पेयर पार्ट्स। चाहे आपके पास छोटी गाड़ी हो, चाहे आपके पास बड़ी गाड़ी हो, कोई भी स्पेयर पार्ट लेना चाहते हैं आप इनको जाके चेकआउट कीजिए। और सबसे बढ़िया चीज़ ये है कि सेम स्पेयर पार्ट डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट मेकर्स इनके पास अवेलेबल है, जिससे कि आपको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मिलती है प्राइसिंग में। अगर आप सस्ता पार्ट लेना चाहते हैं किसी कंपोनेंट मेकर से, वो ले सकते हैं, महंगा लेना चाहते हैं वो भी ले सकते हैं।
So hey guys, welcome back to Ashish Masi Cars. Today we will be doing a detailed walk around review of the 2021 Baleno Sigma variant. Now this is not the conventional Baleno Sigma variant you would have seen regularly, but this one instead is a completely accessorized version. So this video will be very useful for people who like to purchase the base variant of any car and like to build it or modify it or accessorize it according to their own whims and fancies. So do watch this video till the end to know the exact details with prices as well as the complete walk around review. Now let's start with the key itself. This is how the key of the car appears. Now this is something different. If you've normally looked at the key of the Sigma variant, it's quite different, but here you have remote central locking which has been installed. But if you go for the Sigma variant without accessories, you'll get a conventional basic key like this. Let's first have a look at the accessories which have been installed and the pricing as well. So this is how the pricing of the accessories is. So these accessories account to about 66,000 rupees. So if you're buying the Sigma base variant, you'll have to pay about 66,000 rupees more in order to modify your car something like this. So I've already shown you the key. You get buttons for lock, unlock, and there's a security system which has been installed over here on this car as well. Let's begin with the frontal overview. So this is how the headlamps look. These are quite basic reflector based halogen headlamps, nothing extraordinary done over here. But if you move on to a Delta variant, you'll get projector headlamps with positioning lamps, LED positioning lamps as well. As we move down, you'll be able to see fog lamps over here. Now the fog lamps is something which have been installed as an accessory again. You don't get them on the base Sigma variants. And as we move onto the central fascia, you see this thick slat of chrome. So this has also been installed as an accessory. It does not come on the Sigma variant. Overall, if you analyze the frontal end, the car looks pretty good and it carries on that understated elegance. Nothing extraordinary, but yes, it looks pretty good if we analyze the frontal appeal. Talking about the technical specifications of this car now, so this car has been powered only in petrol. So it comes with a 1.2 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine which produces somewhat around 83 bhp of power and 113 newton meters of torque, which is pretty decent. And this engine in itself is a very good engine and will feel quite punchy as well. If we talk about the claimed fuel efficiency, this car can return a fuel efficiency figure of about 21 kmpl, which is according to the claim mileage figures. Moving on to the side profile now. This is how the side profile looks. You get a 170 mm ground clearance, which is also ample for Indian road conditions. Let's begin with the alloy wheels which have been offered. So these are 15-inch alloy wheels. These can be immediately fitted to the stock tires which have been offered on the Sigma variant, so you will not have to exchange the tires. But if you move on to the higher variants, you will get 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. These are 15 inches and the tire dimensions are 185/65 R15. So the profile is also good, so it will provide a decent cushioning while you tackle the Indian road conditions. And the ORVMs are quite conventional. You don't get any electrically adjustment or retracting function, and nor can you actually adjust them from inside manually. You will have to just physically toggle them. So this is something which might disappoint you, but there are a lot of embellishments offered on the side profile as accessories. So starting with the sun visors, these have been installed, followed by this window chrome garnish has been placed along with chrome door handles, and this side chrome beading also runs, which further accentuates the side profile of this car. Now if we enter the car, you get remote central locking as I've mentioned. So this is one pretty convenient feature, and this is how the door of the car appears. So this car in its basic trim only gets two front power windows. So So you get only front 2 power windows, no options to adjust your ORVMs. But the fun fact here is that you get an audio system, obviously, as I've shown you in the list. So you do get Pioneer speakers installed on the doors itself. You also get ample amount of storage spaces. You can put your bottle over here. So in that point of view, the practicality of this car is pretty high. Now one thing which might excite a lot of viewers is these seat covers. So these have also been additionally installed. You get this black and silver dual tone finishing over here, and these are pretty good in terms of cushioning as well. They improve the cushioning. So this is another addition. No height adjustable seats have been offered over here. If we take a look at the footwell, it's quite basic, but the good thing here is that you also get a dead pedal or a footrest over there. Taking a look at the buttons, you get buttons to toggle through the fog lamps which have been installed, and the security system, as I was telling you, so you can switch that on and off from here. Let's ingress into the car and talk about the other features which have been offered. So this is how the cabin of the Baleno Sigma lights up. Now let's begin with the steering wheel. You get a steering cover which has been additionally stitched over here. You'll have to pay extra for this, and you don't get any kind of steering mounted audio controls since this is the base variant, but you get a tilt adjustable steering wheel. You can't adjust this for telescopic. The toggles are pretty conventional. You get wiper toggles over here, and you also get headlamp toggles on the right hand side. Coming to the multi-information display, you have the option of toggling through this from here. And one thing which really disappoints me is the fact that you don't get any tachometer. So this is one thing you'll have to really keep in mind. But all in all, it's a pretty decent multi-information display. You also get these blue accents which look good at night. Coming to the center console, now this is an approximate 6 to 7 inch display which has been offered as an accessory. This costs somewhere around 11 to 12,000 rupees. You can refer to the list which I've shown in the beginning, but you get Bluetooth connectivity options, you get all the basic connectivity options, and this is a touchscreen unit. So when you move onto the home button, you can switch on to radio, Bluetooth, etc. So if you want to connect your phone, you can also do that via Bluetooth. You also get the option of a USB over here. So this has been retrofitted completely in the standard bezel you have, so no cutting of plastics or anything of that sort done. And one thing which you'll really love about these accessories is that there's no issue of wire cutting of any sort, so no threat of your warranty getting void, which is essentially a plus point with genuine accessories. Manual climate control and the hazard light button has been placed over here. Moving down below, this is how the center console looks. You get ample amount of space over here to store your knickknacks. A 12 volt DC supply has been placed over here, and this is how the 5-speed manual gearbox, or rather the gear knob, has been placed. You get this ordinary rubberized finish. You don't get any chrome inserts, but if I engage the reverse gear, you will be able to hear the chime of the reverse parking sensors, which are 4 in number, so that is standard, which is a good thing. And there is also an armrest which has been placed, so this is also a part of that accessory pack. The glove box is pretty basic, nothing much to tell over here. It will be able to store your documents and knickknacks pretty efficiently. The plastic quality of this car is also pretty decent, I'd say. Not at par with the Hyundai i20, but it's good in terms of plastic quality. You get a manually adjustable IRVM, and the sun visors on either sides are pretty basic. So this was all about the front end. All in all, this car has been given a very good touch by installing accessories worth about 66,000 rupees. Let's move to the rear end and talk about the space which has been offered. Coming to the rear end of this car now, this is how the side profile looks. You can just have an overview, and let's just ingress into the car. The door pad here again is pretty basic, nothing extraordinary. You get these manual toggles to open your rear window. So So this is how the rear end of the Baleno actually looks. You can just have an overview of the front profile of the front dashboard from the rear end. And this is the amount of knee room I have on offer. Ample amount of knee room. The front seat has been set to my height. My height is 5 feet and 10.5 inches. So in terms of that, you get ample amount of knee room over here. Even the under thigh support is quite good, but taller passengers of about 6 feet will have problems in terms of that. You get fixed headrests, 2 fixed headrests, and all in all you will be able to seat 4 adults over here along with 1 child of about 7 to 8 years. The headroom is something which is lacking in this car owing to the sloping roofline, so this is something you'll have to keep in mind. The quarter glass placed over here does lend that bit of airiness to the cabin. Now here I am on the rear end of the Maruti Suzuki Baleno. Now here you have a lot of chrome embellishments which have been installed as accessories definitely. So you get this chrome element. It's a thick slat of chrome which also has a notch over here in which you can place your reverse parking camera, which has not been placed on this car, but you can get it installed if you want to. And you get this thin slat of chrome on the lower boot gate as well. 4 parking sensors have been offered. No cost cutting done in that aspect at all, so that is one thing we appreciate. No rear wiper or defogger is offered stock on the Sigma variant. So this is how the boot space of the car appears. It's a 339 litre boot space. You get this parcel tray as well, and you can just have a look. We have these cartons placed over here, so this is also give you an idea of how you can utilize the boot space. The loading sill is not very flat, I'd say, because you have a very deep cavity which might be slightly tedious for you to bend and take out luggage, but it will improve the practicality of the boot space definitely. You can also fold the seats using this bench folding option, so you get these toggles on either sides which you can use to fold the seats. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into Ashish Masi Cars. If you like this video for whatsoever reason, please do give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.